you go. The beaches of Santa Monica and Venice, not too far from our setting today, the Staples Center in Los Angeles. We welcome you to Noche NBA here on 2K Sports. From the attire to the food, the players' jerseys, tonight, a celebration of the Latin culture. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, our terrific analysts, and David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. Here are the five for the Clippers. Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Jackson in at the point. And for the Lakers, LeBron and Green make up the backcourt. Anthony Davis is out there with Caldwell Pope. And it's McGee in at the 5 down low. Opening night, Brent, always exciting. Technically, every team is undefeated with a lot of hope.
You're just fired up. I mean,
I am fired up.
The NBA never stops, Kevin. We know this, right?
Isn't it great, though? I'm so glad it doesn't stop.
The offseason is just absolutely ridiculously exciting.
So fun.
So much movement and hope for franchises that, have struggled for a long time. And here we go. Hope springs eternal. It's opening night.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Zubac finds Morris. On the wing, Jackson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shot from the top of the key. Rebounded by McGee.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Up again, Davis on the follow.
Yeah, to look at the frame of AD when he came into the league as opposed to it is now, he's so much more tough and more physical and doesn't mind the contact.
Jackson passes to Zubac. Jackson against Caldwell Pope. Now here's Jackson. He's guarded closely. Leonard, that's for 2. They get the rebound. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
James kicks to Green. Fires the 3. And Davis gets it to go on the assist by Green. Davis has got 5.
AD knew this was coming. He would have to work on becoming a decent three-point shooter. More than that on that possession.
Now, here's Zubac. Leonard attacking. And James pulls it down.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there. And that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
And then Leonard with the dunk.
Just a lightning bolt there in transition. No one can match up with Kawhi, especially at his position. That time they pay the price.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to talk with Doc Rivers for a minute. He said the key defensively is keeping Anthony Davis away from the rim, adding, he's a knockdown shooter, but you can't take away everything. Kevin, we'll see if they can somehow wall him off.
Okay, David, thanks. Leonard on the wing.
Come around. Who got him?
Morris outside.
Hey, yo, right here.
Shot from the wing. The rebound by the Lakers. Last time they met was in Los Angeles, where they beat the Clippers.
And really brought an impressive physicality to that matchup, drawing a ton of fouls and, of course, went on to win it.
No doubt that's what made the difference. The aggression they showed, attacking, drawing contact. It got them points at the line and made foul trouble a big concern on the other side.
Lakers shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. That free throw missing.
Size and speed and force of LeBron James is something to behold. And he just seems to be getting better and better. That is scary.
And he's good on the second. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Jackson passes to Zubac. Here's Leonard. Zubac trying to break loose. And Leonard gets it to go. Leonard's got his second basket of the game.
Very easily could have been an and one there. Leonard takes the contact and still maintains the focus to make the score.
And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. LeBron outside. Shoots from the line. He squares up and sinks it.
The in-between game showing off here by LeBron. Does his share of damage from the mid-range, and another one there.
Outside, George. The rebound by the Lakers.
Yeah, that miss might stick with him for a little while. That's kind of a shoot-around jumper if I've ever seen one.
And a big summer for the Lakers, trading for Anthony Davis. For a time, Greg, it even looked like they had a great shot at landing Kawhi Leonard.
He ends up choosing the Clippers, which gives rise to a compelling rivalry. The nexus of NBA basketball has shifted to the city of angels. Whichever team you root for, LA fans with a lot to celebrate.
That's good from Green.
And such an important contributor to his team's success over the years. It's amazing that Green was a second-round pick and coming out of a big school at that.
And both free throws good for Green. Clippers trail by 4. Jackson kicks to Leonard. On the wing, Morris. Outside, George. Left side, Jackson. Clock at 6. Caldwell Pope with some nice D.
Well, he creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go. Even with the defense, not really a factor.
Now here's Davis. Last game, 26 points. Green taking his time here. Morris with the rebound. The Clippers have gotten just 3 of their first 9 shots to go down in this game. George against Green, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
That straight line drive there from Paul George. You love to see him get in that attack mode. Let's see if he can cash in now at the line.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
84%. That's what he was able to convert on a season ago from the line.
Next on the first.
That free throw, no good.
And with Paul George, it's pretty awesome. You get the whole package. You get great scoring. You get good playmaking and rebounding. You get a defender with active hands. And there's a lot of things about Paul George that can elevate everything you do to have great team success.
And the second free throw, good. And here is LeBron. 29 points for him last game against Houston. George against Green. He kicks it to Davis. Just 5 to shoot. Passes it to Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
What awareness there from Kawhi, waiting for his teammate to break free and then finds him.
The Lakers in the lead. The pass to James. That one falls, his second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now, here's Zubac. Jackson finds George. The shot goes down and it gets this game back to even.
Yeah, Paul George ready to shoot as soon as he caught it. Quick release there.
LeBron with it. Guarded now by Jackson. The baseline J. They get it again. McGee. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. The Clippers have gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. Leonard against James from the baseline. And again, the Clippers good for 2.
Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll.
And the Lakers decide to take their first time out here. Brent, when you look back on all the stars you played against during your career, who was the biggest intimidator?
Well, I think about intimidating players, and the first word that comes to mind is Anthony Mason. I know he wasn't a bona fide player,
Superstar,
but
right.
You know the role that he had for
Yes,
the
I
teams
do.
that he played with, and Anthony Mason was a player you did not want to be playing against. During my era, most of the years that I had some successes and minutes on the floor, it was certainly Kevin Garnett. The way that KG approached every game, and you spent many seasons watching him very closely, from year 1 to year 18 or 19, KG came at you every game, every night with the same kind of zest and excitement to compete.
Well put. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Rodney McGruder's checked in for Paul George. Green inside. The feed to James. Shooting foul. As the whistle blows, he'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
Well, with a body like that, LeBron James can be as physical as he wants to be and just dare you into making contact.
Still playing at an MVP level, LeBron James, the greatest player of his generation, and some would argue of all time. We can't take for granted what we've been able to witness.
Free throw good, James. And now in his mid-30s, LeBron showing no sign of slowing down.
Man, his dedication to training and really maintaining his body, second to none. Alongside his prodigious athleticism, it seems that's made a huge difference.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. Here's Jackson. Kuzma with the defensive effort.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
Now here's LeBron. He's got 6. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Here is the 2K leaderboard with the list of last season's top three-point shooters. You look at Green, second in the league, extremely accurate from beyond the arc.
The bucket must have looked 3 feet wide to him last year. I mean, very deserving in terms of that spot among the league leaders from 3.
And that one misses. And he sinks the second.
Yeah, you just have to be more disciplined. I mean, too many fouls and free throw attempts for the opponent.
Here's Jackson. He's coming off a 16-point game against Golden State. Floats one up, and he lays it up and in. Jackson's got his second bucket tonight.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
Here's James. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Leonard. Jackson looking around. Pass to Leonard. Over James. Leonard, no luck.
Well, maybe not the best shot against that kind of defense, but he still has the ability to knock that kind of shot down.
Davis finds James. Kuzma outside.
Come on, man, go for the
Yes, it's James picking up the assist. And the Lakers lead by 1.
Yeah, there's no way that LeBron James is not going to come in and dictate the tempo of this game. Just keeps his eyes up and drops a nice dime there.
Pass to Magruder. Back to Morris. Clippers moving the ball around. Just 2 to shoot. Here's Zubac. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
All right, a chance to check out numbers for Leonard. Last season, he played outstanding, putting in about 26 points per, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists. And you look at the numbers he's been putting up, fantastic scoring production from him.
Yeah, hard to ask for anything more at this point. He's really stepped up, and he's really delivered.
Outside, Davis.
Pick coming.
Floats it up for Davis. Stolen by Zubac.
Hey, Dion Jackson.
Here's Jackson. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And it's the Lakers the other way.
Maybe a time to rest him right now. Just give him a bit of a breather. Try to help him get back on track.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass. It's stolen by Davis. Kuzma with it. Guarded now by Jackson. And they're able to recover. Davis the pass to Kuzma. Magruder with the rebound.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
Outside Jackson. The floater. Rebound the Lakers. Green inside the three-point line. And that one goes long. The Clippers trail. Outside Jackson. Kicks it to Leonard. Over Green, and Leonard gets it to go.
Timeout.
Leonard's got 8 points.
Oh, man, this would be a different ball game if they didn't have this type of scoring to rely on.
Timeout called the Lakers. Faster pace now, Brent, in the NBA. This has become an endurance sport, and well-conditioned athletes are a must.
Obviously, Kevin, over the past couple seasons, the pace has picked back up. It's very reminiscent of the early 80s when you had the Lakers running, the Denver Nuggets running.
Yes.
You have these teams that are just flying up and down the floor. So as a fan, I think it's a wonderful opportunity, especially the closer you can sit, to watch a Russell Westbrook, to watch a Paul George, to see a Giannis get up and down the floor with such fluidity and grace and skill set. So the game opening up has also opened the eyes to the fans about just how great the athleticism of NBA players is.
And some changes here for the Lakers. Waiters comes in for JaVale McGee. And J.R. Smith's subbed in for Danny Green. The Clippers also making some changes. Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Zubac. Patterson comes in for Morris. And it's Paul George in for Reggie Jackson. Here's Smith. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on George.
J.R. Smith is a straight gunner. He's just a guy who wants to shoot every time he touches the ball.
This is his first free throw of the game.
How about up over the 80% mark from the line last year? So he's happy and also consistent there with those numbers.
First one falls for him. J.R. Smith hits them both. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They trail by 1. Here's Magruder. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Just 5 on the clock. The 3 from George. And James pulls it down. LeBron's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And Kuzma slams it in.
And with his size and athletic ability, playing above the rim, not an issue for Kuzma.
And George kicks to Patterson. Teardrop shot.
Now let's take a look at Paul George, some stats on him. He's coming off an excellent season. 1st in steals. And, of course, one of the game's truly elite scorers with the 2nd most points per game in the league.
And as you said, 1st in steals last season, you have to say he's the best ball hawk in the league right now. It may not even be close.
2 shots.
That free throw good from Patterson.
Well, Patrick Patterson had some great years where he showed his three-point shooting prowess, but if he can get down into the post and score there as well, it's another option for their offense.
And Patterson drops them both. 1:12 left here in the first quarter. The drive by Smith from 10 feet out, and Davis with the basket on the assist by Smith. And that's now 7 points for Davis.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Now here's Leonard. Turned in an outstanding game against Golden State. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And so here are the Clippers. Patterson passes to Leonard. 5 to shoot. And he's good on the 3-ball. Leonard's got the game tied up here for the Clippers.
This offense just looks so different when Kawhi Leonard is on the floor and he's knocking down shots like this.
Leonard against James. With the fadeaway. And again, it's the Lakers.
This has been proven. It's a scientific fact, Kevin. It's hard to stop LeBron James from scoring.
Leonard against LeBron. Leonard with the ball. The 3 from George to beat the clock. Count it! He caught it!
That's how you do it. Stay patient, wait for the opportunity, and boom.
That's exactly how you want to close out the quarter, too, with some confidence.
Kawhi Leonard has been on display for the LA Clippers. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter of play here on Noche Latina. Vámonos. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers. Guys?
Throughout that first, they just were aggressive on the defensive end, showing active hands.
You know, they really made a lot of good quality reads down there, took some chances, but feeling more calculated than risky.
The Clippers in the lead. And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. We've got Marcus Morris. Also, Ivica Zubac's out there, and it's man in at the 2 spot. James against Morris. Outside, George. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock. George has got the lead up to 3 now for the Clippers. Waiters surveying the D. And the rejection by Zubac. And that's out of bounds. The Lakers will retain possession. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Near the three-point line, it's Morris. The rebound by the Lakers. James has got his 5th rebound in this one.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Power personified right there in number 23, LeBron James. Wow.
And this is his 4th trip to the free throw line tonight.
And a tough opening half for him in terms of his free throw shooting.
The free throw drops for James. And we've played just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. George against LeBron. George. Here's Zubac. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. The Clippers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws. So those are numbers you'll be happy with.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
First free throw is good.
Go, baby.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. Trailing by 2. Waiters against Morris. And Waiters kicks to Howard. Back to Waiters. 6 on the shot clock. The Clippers grab the miss. Zubac has got his 6th rebound on the night. Well, Dion Waiters, the epitome of a player that can shoot you in or out of a game. Very hit or miss night to night.
Yeah, the thing about Dion is he's got a very short memory, Kevin, so he'll continue to fire it up there and try to make an impact in the game offensively. You're either on Waiters Island where it's full of life on nights where he's hitting it, or it's completely deserted, and there's no point in going.
The Clippers shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
Two.
The free throw drops for Zubac.
And it took them a while to find their touch at the line, but they have been red hot here in the second quarter.
The Lakers making a switch here. Davis is checked in. And so he hits both.
And they've done a better job at the line this quarter. They've got that free throw percentage up to almost 90%.
Waiters passes to Davis. The dish to LeBron. Knocked loose. Bounce pass Howard. Waiters for 3. Howard. And Howard with the second chance points. Howard's got his first 2 points.
Yeah, not easy trying to keep Howard off the offensive boards. He excels at using his muscles and his size to get great positioning.
Man passes to Morris. And it's sent back by Howard.
Well, that's where he is just a force. Such a great internal clock in terms of his timing to go up and block those shots, Kevin. Great work by the team there to find AD. They make eye contact, and the rest of that is history.
The Clippers have gone 1 of 6 from the field in the second quarter. It's been a rough period so far. George dishes to Morris. To the inside, and stolen by Howard. They push it up 4 on 3. James, that's a two-pointer. Misses off the left iron. The Clippers shooting a mediocre 41% in this one. Here's George. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. And the Clippers lead by 2.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Now, here's Howard. Passes to Waiters. Three-pointer, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Davis. That's his first foul. Now George. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Golden State.
His passing, another high point in that game. He made sure it wasn't all about him. He wanted to get his teammates involved.
Here's Noah. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. And now a 4-point Clipper lead. Leonard against James. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Well, he is an offensive threat, and Waiters can draw a ton of shooting fouls when he's aggressive.
The Lakers have shot the ball pretty well from the line, going 8 of 11. No good on that one.
The team just cannot get into a groove from the free throw line. It's a common problem for them.
That's off as well, so he misses both.
Well, we know about him being the 4th overall pick in the draft, and Waiters still trying to find a role on this team.
And here's Leonard. He's got 11. Shot clock at 5. Jacks up a 3. That ball is good for another field goal. His 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
This is how focused Kawhi is right now. Sees through the play, stays in control, and scores.
Waiters finds James. They need this. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That's on Joakim Noah.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
The Lakers have gone 8 of 13 from the free throw line. And he makes the first. Green, he's checked in for the Lakers. And the Clippers with a change here, too. Jackson's checked in. And he can't hit the second. Clippers leading by 6. Man, he's guarded by Caldwell Pope. That one, no good. He dishes it to Green.
Come to me, come to me. Got you.
The pass to Howard. They kick it out to Green.
Check the clock.
Fires from the wing. Kept alive. Davis lays it up and banks it in. Davis has got 11 points.
That's just such good touch. I mean, with that length, Kevin, once he turns, he's got a shooting window that feels wide open.
Pass to Noah. Clippers moving the ball around. bangs home the trifecta. Jackson's got his third basket of the night.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
The drive by James and finished off by LeBron.
What a burst of speed. LeBron turning on the Jets, getting past the D, and the big hammer.
Come get it. Strong foul.
Man, he's guarded by Davis. That one good for two. Here's Green. Pass to James. Caldwell Pope outside.
Pick up your man.
Green passes to Howard.
Hey, yo, look at the clock.
Got it. Good job in the low post. Howard's got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, I don't know how many times even Dwight Howard feels the contact down there, but it happens often. He converts despite it.
Jackson against Caldwell Pope. To the right side. 6 to shoot. Here's Mann. The Lakers with the rebound. Davis has got rebound number 5 here tonight. And here's Green outside. It's hauled in by Noah.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Timeout called the Lakers.
And as things present themselves throughout a game, teams have to adapt on the fly.
And timeouts are a wonderful opportunity to just settle in and recollect the thoughts of your entire team. Not just the guys playing, but the entire team, Greg.
Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Caldwell Pope. Well, let's take a look at last year's top scorers. Second is Paul George.
And looking back, his points per game really underscored the fact that he never took a game off. I mean, one special performance after another all season long.
Lakers trail by 8. Green with the ball. Passes it to James. And stolen by Patterson. James against Leonard. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That one on Davis.
Many thought the Raptors or Lakers would land Kawhi, but in the end, he came to the Clippers to write his own legacy. Returning to Southern Cal, where he grew up, was a big part of his decision. The big surprise was how Kawhi was out recruiting other stars behind the scenes to join him with the Clippers.
2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Leonard hits them both.
They've upped their percentage to around 90 from the line today. Great job this quarter.
James dishes to Green. To the middle. Here's Davis. The shot misses. Great defense that time from Noah. Leonard against James. Tipped away. It's stolen by Green. Floats it up for Davis, and it's Davis finishing it off.
When you give Anthony Davis those kind of looks, he's going to make you pay.
There's the pass to Noah. Now here's Patterson. Now here's Jackson. 7 points in the game.
You know, altered shots don't show up on the official stat sheet, but as we saw there, he does a great job of doing that as well as collecting the rebound.
Clippers leading by 8. Leonard attacking. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Such a difficult guy to keep up with and also have a conversation with. Leonard, sometimes all you can do is foul him.
This is his second trip to the line in this one.
2 shots.
The free throw drops for Leonard.
You think about how quickly it was that Kawhi Leonard just rocketed into superstardom. And as a leader of a very proud franchise, if you're a coach, he's everything you'd maybe want in a player.
And the Lakers making a change here. Smith has checked in. So he gets them both.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Davis up top, covered by Noah. Davis kicks to James. Kuzma, left side. Great D that time from Leonard.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
James, no good.
So weird. Sometimes when you get that much time, it can throw you off just as much as having no time.
And it's Leonard missing. Lakers trail by 10. James looking it over. Davis has the open look. Good, and the assist goes to James. LeBron's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Yeah, just looking at this box score and wondering what Anthony Davis hasn't done. This guy's been on a roll since the tip.
Noah finds Jackson. Now Leonard. And stolen by LeBron. 4-on-3 break. And he banks in the layup. And now just a 5-point Clipper lead.
Yeah, just making his way through every part of that defense. Drives in, gets contact.
George against Davis. The shot by George, no good.
Even if you're not shooting it, you like to see the effort level, and his tonight has been high.
And Kuzma slams it in.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? Jackson down low, working on Smith. Shot clock at 6. The Clippers need to get off a shot, and here's George for 3. Anthony Davis grabs the miss. Davis has got 7 rebounds in the game.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
Here's James, and that one hits back iron. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Clippers. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Beyond the arc. They get it back. Leonard. And good work on the boards, and they pick up the second chance points. Leonard's got 20.
Well, Leonard taking initiative right now has a good sense for where the misses are coming off the rim, and he's there ahead of time.
And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. Clippers lead by 5. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thanks so much. Kawhi, you seem to be so at ease out there. How much is that helping your game?
It's helping me out a lot. Just coming in the game relaxed, just with more intensity. I mean, my teammates are getting me involved on the offensive end. I'm playing great on defense. We just got to keep it up second half and not let it up.
Hey, Kawhi, thank you very much for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. Kawhi Leonard is having one of those nights. He had 20 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists. First 2 quarters from him were fun to watch. And taking a look at the Clippers, Kenny, what did you see out there?
What you like about Kawhi Leonard, efficient in everything he does. Rarely does he take an extra dribble, doesn't take bad shots, and he passes in the right position to make the play.
Shaq, your take on the Lakers.
I love it. You know why I love it, Ernie? Because they're getting the ball inside and converting, not just sitting back behind the line shooting threes. See, that's kept the defense scrambling. Not able to lock in on anything. Get it in, we'll kick it back out, then you shoot it.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of the game that's been so far. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. LeBron and Green make up the backcourt. Anthony Davis is out there with JaVale McGee. And it's Caldwell Pope in at the 3. That's who's in the game for the Lakers.
Well, for so much of what Paul George brings to the table, you have to start with his defensive impact. He is one of the top defenders in the league at his position, if not the best.
He shot 2 free throws in the game, made 1 and missed 1. The first one falls. You look at George with all he does, Greg, you sometimes forget how good his perimeter defense is.
Well, I mean, his teammates and coaches won't ever forget about the impact he has on that end. Even when George isn't scoring or the shot isn't falling, he is still a monster on the floor just with his defense alone.
And George drops them both. Here's LeBron. Floats it up for Davis, and it's slammed in by Davis.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop.
I got back. Pick up your man. Here.
McGee against Zubac. Leonard the pass to George. Clock at 4. It's stolen by Green. And here we go. Fast break. James has got it. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got 3 assists now in this one.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Pass to Leonard. Zubac trying to break loose. It counts, and the foul. That's on LeBron James.
And this is who he has become. Leonard, with the great body control, takes the hit and still able to sink the shot, and 1.
This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line in the game. That free throw good from Leonard. And if you're just joining us, we've played over a minute here in the third. LeBron dishes to Davis.
I got your help.
Back to LeBron. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
Just shake your head at the size of LeBron James, and once he gets into the paint and gets pinballed around, he gets that contact and finds free throws.
He's been getting to the line, now his 6th trip in the game.
Two.
Free throw good, LeBron. So he makes one of two as the second one misses. Clippers leading by 5. Leonard attacking. The rebound by the Lakers. Davis has got 8 rebounds in this game. LeBron against Leonard. Davis kicks to Green. Lakers passing it around. 5 on the clock. Shoots a fader. And again, no good by the Lakers.
Well, the defense was right up on him, so electing to go for the fadeaway there to create some room, well, that makes sense.
Chalk up 2 there.
He just exudes a love of the game, guys. You can see it in everything he does. This guy lives and breathes the game.
Leonard with the steal. Here's George. And George with the stuff.
Stellar anticipation by Leonard to create the fast break opportunity. That's why he's a perennial Defensive Player of the Year candidate.
LeBron passes to Davis. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. 20 points for Davis.
Playing from behind right here, not easy, but he is answering the bell.
Yeah, doing anything he can right now to get his team to cut into this lead and give them a chance.
Green against Jackson. LeBron outside. Caldwell Pope outside. The three-pointer is right on target. And now just a 4-point Clipper lead.
Yeah, 80%. Is that a good number from the field? I think so. 4 of 5 here shooting. Terrific start.
Here's Leonard. The shot will not fall. And the Lakers will go the other way with it. Floats it up for Davis. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Leonard against LeBron. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Caldwell Pope. And here's what the schedule looks like for the Los Angeles Lakers. On Sunday, they'll be matching up with Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets. Then on Monday, they'll be matching up against Mike Conley and the Utah Jazz. Caldwell Pope against Jackson. Clock is at 3. Knocked away. Now the Lakers on the break. Here's Caldwell Pope. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there.
Yeah, it's pretty much the only way to keep him from taking advantage of you down low. You got to play tough, physical defense. Yeah, the defense there in chill mode. We all know he can burn them from three-point range.
Lets a floater go. James, no good. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They've led by as much as 10. Trying to get something going. That shot, no good. Good D by James. He nails it, and we're tied up. James has got 22.
Well, it looks like he's got just one of those good feels tonight. That means trouble for the opponent.
And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here. You look at James, what a contribution.
And he's just attacking the rim with force here. They need to try and deny him the ball in the paint to keep him away from the basket.
While there's a break in the action, let's take a look at the players who had the most steals in the league last season. Paul George on top.
There were so many nights when he controlled the game through his defense. Not a surprise to see him ranked at the top.
Caldwell Pope against Jackson.
Let's get a good shot. I'm heading left.
6 to shoot. To end the drought. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
And not a way to get out of a funk. He needs to be looking for good, solid, more efficient shots, not the wild one he took there.
Back to Leonard. Rebounded by the Lakers.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
Jackson with it. He's picked up by James. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, I think you got to be cautious when you guard Paul George. He's not afraid of the contact, and that time welcomed it.
He's gone 3 for 4 from the line. The first free throw is good. And George drops them both.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
James against Leonard. The drive by LeBron. And the basket is good. James has got it all tied up now for the Lakers.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Leonard inside. James covering. No good. And here's the Lakers. Stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run going. Davis with it. Guarded now by Morris. And Davis can't get it to go. The Clippers shooting 39% from the floor. Not their best. And the trade for Anthony Davis a risk for the Lakers, but they feel, Greg, that both sides will find an extension this offseason.
There is mutual interest from both sides. Lakers made the trade confident Davis would resign. A bit of a leap of faith, but the Lakers did everything they could to secure Davis long term.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
McGee finds James. Throws it up.
Yeah, look out! I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Yeah, this is not the team that we saw in the first quarter right now. Way more confident out there, and the cohesion of the team is impressive.
And the Clippers call time here.
And they're allowing too many points in the paint. Coach is going to let them hear about it.
Yeah, coach knows that. They know that. In the timeout, they're going to hear about it, make the adjustment.
Kyle Kuzma's checked in for the Lakers. Quinn Cook comes in for LeBron. Joakim Noah's checked in for the Clippers. Rodney Magruder comes in for George. Back to Jackson. And it's Magruder in the corner, trying his luck from deep. Anthony Davis grabs the miss. Davis has got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Green passes to Cook. Caldwell Pope outside. Back to Cook. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. There's Green with the three. But they'll get another chance. Kuzma kicks to Green. Pass to Caldwell Pope. Clock at 6 for the lead. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Lakers lead by 1.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
And Leonard gets it to go.
You know, what a game by Leonard, but you wouldn't know it by the way he's reacting out there. Just stone-faced, but getting the job done.
Here is Cook, still looking for his first bucket in this one. Here's Kuzma. Morris with the block.
And this is what staying active can give you. Morris sending that one back with authority. They are just killing them on the interior.
The Clippers shooting is leaving something to be desired, just 36% here in the third quarter.
Off the screen. Woo! Kick it out.
Here's Magruder, guarded by Green. Magruder kicks to Leonard. Shoots the three. Offensive rebound. Noah takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. Noah's got his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, better grab your hard hat on a night where you're dealing with Joakim Noah, especially on the rebounding end of the floor.
That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good.
Well, that's how to protect the rim without fouling. Force him into an awkward release and a bit of an adjustment on the layup.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Timeout called the Lakers. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
Well, I hope this one is not to draw up a play, but to think about how they're going to defend that man. He's putting up some major numbers.
And some changes here for the Lakers. Smith checked in for Caldwell Pope. Waiters comes in for Green, and it's LeBron in for Quinn Cook. And then for the Clippers, Patrick Patterson. He's checked in for Morris. And it's Paul George in for Jackson. Here's LeBron. And he makes good on the layup. LeBron's got 9 points now in just the second half. The Clippers in the lead. Now George. He's got 17. Here's Leonard. The Lakers with the rebound. James has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. And Kuzma slams it in. And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
The fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail biter.
Here's Leonard. The second chance effort. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
That's good from George. And so he makes both from the line. The Lakers trail. Passes it to LeBron. It's rebounded by Leonard. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Yeah, I didn't think there was a pass available there for Paul George, but he spots that small crease, he fires the ball through it, and he gets it to his open man.
Waiters passes to Kuzma. Davis kicks to James. And the pass to Waiters. Just 5 on the clock. Connects from 3-point range. Waiters got the game tied up here for the Lakers. Outside, George. Here's Leonard. Not going to go that time. LeBron with some nice D. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. It's hauled in by George. George has got his 5th rebound in this one. Pass to Patterson. Dishes to Leonard. We've got 13 seconds left to play here in the third. Outside for George. Second chance shot. He can't get that one to fall. And we wrap up the third and looking to be an exciting fourth quarter. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, Patrick Patterson is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Noah. Then it's Paul George, and it's man in at the 1. Here is Cook, defended by George. Here's Kuzma. No good on that one. The Clippers go the other way with it. Here's Leonard, and the shot goes in. Leonard's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Clippers.
Down the stretch, he's been flat out awesome. He helped them get the lead, and now he's making sure they keep it.
Kuzma, left side. Inside, Smith. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Well, Smith's getting physical down there on the block, playing some bully ball down there low.
Two shots.
And the first one drops. J.R. Smith hits them both. And it's the Clippers with the ball.
Get going.
About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. And George, here we go. Zubats. It's good on the putback. And that's a double-double for him now. 10 points and 11 rebounds.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Craig, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. Pass to Waiters. Poke loose to take the lead. Rebound by the Clippers. Zubats has got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Man, he's guarded by Waiters. Man passes to George.
Yeah, love the attitude he's playing with here in the second half, going strong to the hoop and getting to the free throw line.
And he knocks down the first one. And both free throws good for Paul George. Lakers trail by 4. Pass to Kuzma. Tries again. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Lets it go with a 3. Offensive rebound. Patterson passes to Man. And here is Zubats. 5 to shoot. From deep, George sinks the three-pointer. George has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, you would think a coach might have talked to his defense about making the adjustment on him, but right now, he's just lighting him up.
Waiters dishes to Cook. Will it go? That one's good, and the Clipper lead is cut to just 5 points on the basket from Waiters.
Well, he is an offensive weapon, especially when Waiters gets locked in the catch-and-shoot game.
Kicks it to Patterson. And there's the pass to Man. Got a piece of it. Here is Cook. Pass to Waiters. Howard with it. Kuzma outside. Here's the 3. And it's Cook missing. Clippers leading by 5. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. George passes to Zubats over Howard. No good from Zubats. The Lakers have gone just 1 of 6 in the field to start the fourth quarter. A bit of a slowdown for them right now. Cook dishes to Waiters. Rebound by the Clippers.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Here's George. Uses the glass that time, and it's good. George has got 17 points here in the second half. Lakers trail by 7. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Waiters right side. The shot off that time, and the Clippers will come the other way. Pass to Patterson, and it's Zubac atop the key. Patterson dishes to George. It's not going to go for him. Smith with the defensive effort. George against Waiters. Passes it to Howard. Back to Waiters. He kicks to Cook. That shot misses. Clippers leading by 7. Now the pass to Patterson, and here is Zubac. Pass to Patterson. Here's Zubac. Back to Patterson. From deep. And again, it's the Clippers from deep. And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Waiters against Patterson. And Waiters kicks to Howard. Shot from 12. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 15 rebounds here tonight. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. And now it's a 12-point Clipper lead. Here is Cook. Smith outside. Waiters outside. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. Smith's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Just a little bit off in the first, but he's been anything but that here in the second quarter. Really impressive to see him turn it around like that.
And the Clippers call time here. A lot of missing stats from the 60s and 70s, but if we could go back and look at those actual numbers, any players you think would really be catching our eye in terms of, wow, I didn't know that guy was that good, or he's better than I thought he was?
Well, don't we always look at the incredible, mind-boggling numbers of Wilt Chamberlain
yes,
and think, what was that guy doing?
Yeah.
And we don't even have half of it.
No.
So Wilt Chamberlain comes to mind first. What I think about Kevin when that question comes up is how many great players through the 70s and also really through the 80s, because the three-point line wasn't accentuated enough, missed the opportunity to be even greater scorers. I mean, Jerry West with a three-point line.
Can you imagine that?
You got to be kidding me. So there's a lot of gap of those players, too, that also because of changes in rules and because the three-point line wasn't in, that we would be talking about in terms of nostalgia and their accomplishments with a much different voice.
Even someone as recent as Jordan, with the rules the way they are now.
Absolutely.
Unbelievable.
With the openness of the floor and what Michael could do, as if he wanted to prove he could do more.
Exactly. And now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, and his performance has been a jaw-dropper. He must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight, because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
He's really seemed to feed off the hostile environment he's been faced with tonight. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during the last break, I heard Doc Rivers talking with his team. He said, I love how we're shooting the basketball. You guys have been locked in from 3. Just keep taking makeable shots. If you don't have it, pass it to the guy who does. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks. Here's Morris. Rebound the Lakers. Kuzma's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Caldwell Pope outside. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Hits the three-point bomb. And that's now 7 points for Smith.
That's Smith's go-to shot. Well, come to think of it, any shot, it's JR's go-to shot.
Smith against George. And the bank shot is good. George has got 9 points in the quarter.
How about these big shots for him in the fourth? He has been locked and loaded offensively.
LeBron James on the wing. He's covered by Leonard.
And his performance today, guys, is really a thing of beauty. A triple-double for him.
Wow!
Paul George dunk contest? He's maybe a little older, but I love to see him get up.
Lakers trail by 10. Smith outside. Over George. Smith, no luck. Clippers have gone 8 of 14 from the floor here in the fourth quarter. Jackson misses. They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
And guys, Sade comes to mind for me because right now that offense, it's a smooth operator. I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
Two.
First one falls for him.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line, they needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
And Caldwell Pope drops them both.
Yeah, much improved foul shooter. KCP also starting to get to the line at a higher rate.
Leonard on the wing. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That's on LeBron James.
Clearly a foul.
The first one falls. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And so James will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers, trailing by 10. Feeds it to Davis. And they double up Davis. Caldwell Pope.
Anthony Davis showing those young AD skills as a point guard.
Clippers have got a pretty good rhythm going offensively, shooting 8 of 15 for the quarter. Got a piece of it. Kuzma against Morris. Outside, George. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Smith. That shot is off. And the Lakers going the other way now. James with it. Leonard picks him up. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. And here's George for 3. Kuzma pulls it in. Lakers trail by 8. James in the post. And he overdid it there. Too much force, it looked like, on the foul, and he's called for the flagrant.
And, Kevin, that's a pretty dangerous play right there. I mean, I don't like to see a player put an opponent in harm's way, as much as you just saw him do there. Glad they pinned a flagrant on him.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. The officials were all over it. They weren't going to let him off the hook that time. He's off on the first.
And forget about the miss for a moment and focus on the fact that he's done a great job putting pressure on the defense.
Good on the second free throw. And the Lakers call time here.
And coaches looking to seize every advantage maximize every possession.
Got to feel good as a coach if you make all those adjustments, pull the right strings. That's what they love to do.
Don't leave JR open on the wing.
Smith against George. Down low. LeBron, no good. Clippers leading by 5.
Whose man is Leonard?
Leonard attacking, and Davis sends it back.
Phenomenal defense by Anthony Davis to spike that shot back. He'd make a heck of a volleyball player.
Timeout.
And the Clippers call time here.
Start it.
Here's Leonard. Outside Jackson.
Right here.
And here is Noah. Back to Jackson.
Screen.
Kicks to Leonard. The 3-ball. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got 5 assists tonight.
This is where all the extra hours of practice come into play. Leonard couldn't be more in sync on that catch and shoot.
Here's LeBron. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Two shots.
He hits the first one, and that narrows the gap to 7. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there.
Boy, he'd sure like to have that miss back. Hard to chip away at a lead when you're leaving freebies at the line.
Well, not much you can do to stop that. Leonard showing once again his physical prowess at the 10.
Here's James. The Clippers grab the miss. Leonard's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Jackson passes to Leonard. We've got 1:13 left in the fourth. Over Davis. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. 9-point game. Caldwell Pope finds Smith. For the 3. Buries it from 3-point range.
J.R. Smith has some big-time guts, and that's a big-time shot.
Leonard against James. Shot on the wing, and that one's good. Leonard's got 40 points.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
So it's the Clippers now. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Here's Jackson. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. And now it's a 10-point Clipper lead.
making every effort to put this game on ice.
You loved it. The guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
What a tremendous ability to hit from so far out. That's a big-time three.
Outside Jackson. So the Clippers with the win. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Joe. Nice win tonight. What was your team's attitude coming into the game?
Yeah, we played hard tonight. We're getting better. We just got to keep going. You know, it's working.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. See you next time.